Okay. Ultima Kiwi. The demo. So I did notice something interesting the first time around. Let's see what happens. Because it seemed to die last time. If Mario dies on this screen without a specific patch being applied, that's bad. Maybe it's not happening now. It's hard to say. Maybe I got unlucky. Come on, Mario. No? Now he's doing that. No, it took less time for that then, I guess. Weird. I'm gonna assume that was my fault somehow. Either way, let's start up. After Mario beat Luigi over the head with a plate of spaghetti, he went on a trip to Vibe Archipelago to deal with his anger issues. Okay. Seems like a reasonable place to go. House of Kiwi resting zone. Hello. If you're in need of a rest, stick around. Take a breather and enjoy life. Kiwi. Good start. Now, I played this like a million years ago, I think, for a C3, but it has been a long time. And, alright, we have Dragon Coins. It's good. I should note that the music in the... Hey, nope, sit there. Music on the title screen is much louder than the in-game music. We'll just wait for the bullet bill. Is this Among Us? I don't think it is, but it could be. Okay, well, that was not smart. Guess it also didn't matter because I can jump high enough. There we go. Circumvent that whole area. Fast pipes. Ooh, I remember this now. I remember there being the flag things. I like those. Vaguely recall they're having a little bit of a tearing issue last time, but... guess that's fixed now. Does remind me at some point in the near future I need to fix something, but it's going to be annoying. I should test more pipes. I've been out of the game a little while. Oh yeah, it's the crystals. I like these crystals. And I found all 5 Dragon Coins. Cool. So now we can bail. Test the midway. How we do things here. I don't get anything back for touching it again. Not terribly surprising. Always nice when the Dragon Coins are so close by at the beginning, isn't it? Alright, I didn't check something properly with this. So let's check it again. The Dragon Coins do respawn, but that's a little bit weird. I guess I'll put a marker down. The Dragon Coins respawn. Also might just give me a license to only do them piecemeal. Because if they respawn, there's not a lot of point in checking it. Or not nearly as many points in checking it. And no bonus points. This also makes things easier. Pleasant Plains 2. I didn't read the rest. I like the records. Those are spinny. Shiny and spinny. Let's see. I guess I have access to a tail. I probably should try to fly up some stuff. Is this cloud friendly? Ooh, it's a friendly bouncy cloud. This Chuck, however, is not friendly. We'll send him on his way. I don't think I've seen the friendly bouncy cloud in other things. I've probably seen the ASM, but I don't think I've seen that specific tile set used. Come on, just jump in. Yeah. There we go. And midway. I guess what playing standard normal is the levels are fairly short. You compare them to other, more Tedious probably isn't the right word, but more devious types of hacks. Can I stay on that? Yes, I can. This is pleasant. Is that 5? 4. It'd be great if I didn't... Well, okay, well, like I said, didn't fail it. Item box is there for item boxing. Not there for beatboxing. Wouldn't it be cool if it was? Okay, so you have the dragon coin. I'm gonna try something stupid here. Nope. Alright. Typically when someone does that in one spot, it means it's more likely they've done it in all the spots. But I'll probably still do a few more checks. That is all of that, so I guess let's check the midway. Yes, I did turn that off. Okay, cool. One of the scourges of my stream, forgetting to turn off the heater. It's cold here in Seattle. It was cold in Virginia too, but that's mainly because my sister's house is weird with how the heating works. The heat doesn't really make it downstairs. It doesn't really make it to the office, her home office slash guest room. The only place it makes it downstairs is the downstairs bathroom, which is great if you want to be warm in the bathroom, which I imagine most people prefer a warm bathroom over a cold bathroom, but still. But yeah, the office, you have to use a little space heater at night, but then once the sun hits it, oh dear God, it warms up so much. You quite literally go from, I am very cold and really wish I had more blankets, to, how is the sun cooking me? It's a nice apartment, though. Good for a cat. Plenty of surface area for cats to do cat things. I fix this really quick, because it's been too long since I've been... Oh, I did already fix it. Good. Oh, great. Well, crap. It's going to make things a little more difficult if it... Oh, it didn't. Okay, cool. I didn't break the S-Video sync. That happens sometimes. I probably should watch that in its entirety. Just to see if it does anything weird. Not it does, but just it's always good to check these things. I always love the little bits of regalia you see here. Bob-ombs and... Well, I guess those are Buzzy Beetles. They're just the sprites kind of implanted in weird spots. Oh! That was a cute way to hide it. So now... Why did I do that? No, there's gotta be a secret up here. Basically what this has demonstrated is I retained nothing about the hack as it existed when I last played it. It has been too long. Midway, found all 5 dragon coins, there's some sort of boss here, I guess we're sandbagging. Is there a plot? No plot, just boom boom. Lose all my power-ups to boom boom. He needs them more. Oops. Love it was only dangerous when he's spiky. But yeah, my goal for tonight, in terms of stream stuff, is just to beat this. I am running out of, like, stuff to put on YouTube, and that's a problem. I swear the timing is off. But, like, I've really scraped the bottom of the barrel in terms of stuff I can put up easy. All the ROM Hack Races stuff is out. All of OLDC is gone. I even took one out that was really early on. I didn't even think was a viable one. When I looked at it, I realized that it was, in fact, a viable ROM Hack Races run from way back when. What's up, Habaluta? Speaking of... I was about to say, the ROM Hack Races thing I did when me and Habaluta were messing around with the 24-hour challenge and trying to do the Legends of Zelda Mario ROM Hack. I took a break to do a ROM Hack Races level, and my auto cutter actually took care of it and did it right. Is this water, actual water? And it didn't quite do it right, because that was a really early version, but it did it well enough that I could use it as a YouTube video, which is all I needed, because I am running out of them. So actually, depending upon timing and whatnot this week, I might try to embark upon doing a short LDC or something just to bulk up my list. Stream cut for it. No, yes. Oh, well, not auto splitter, the auto cutter. So basically, it wasn't originally designed for cutting videos per se. I mainly just wanted an easier way to handle some moderation stuff. But yeah, between when I first wrote the very first version in 2021 and now, I have done some improvements mostly around handling of time and coalescing of things. The coalescing of things is also important. But it had uploaded, in addition to like the parts of the VOD where we were learning how that hack worked. And did we do a race in the same VOD? I don't think we did. And me grinding out a few runs. It also captured the ROM hack races thing as a separate video on YouTube, which, like I said, I ran out of content, so I was like, oh, I have this. I may as well use it. Pretty much everything I've been putting up on YouTube is modern-ish games for the last little bit because I've just run out of everything else. Didn't think I'd be on the East Coast so long. But now I'm back on the West Coast, and I need to get things done. Why do I want to get down there? Brilliant. I'm at the midway. You bring up the overlay. There are no dragon coins so far. Either they've been very cleverly hidden, or there aren't any. Guess I should look on the overworld a little more carefully, see if there's any dragon coin indicator. Yeah, it is a pretty hack. ModernKiwi is the hacker's name. It's on the screen, but I can't read it right now. I've been working on it for quite some time. I moderated an earlier version of this. I don't remember when. But yeah, put in some work for the winter demo, which I think got released before C3. Like, I agreed to do that. I definitely got released before C3. I agreed to do this pre-C3. Specifically asked if I'd be willing to moderate, and I was like, yeah, sure. Didn't realize I'd be gone for so long. No, wait. Moderation things. Okay, that's one pipe. Swear, one day I'm going to moderate something that has Daizo's evil RNG pipe in it. Nope, I can't quite get it. At least there's no time limit. They get stuck somehow? Oh, no, I'm not stuck. I'm checking all the pipes. I need to at least hear the bop. I think the smart thing to do would just be respawn these for different timings. Okay, I think I got that one. This is definitely a moderation concern only. Like, I can just do that to get out of that situation. In fact, do that to make my life easier. In fact, I could have done that for all of them in retrospect. Oh well. Oh, East Coast. Yeah, so long story short, I hurt my shoulder sometime around Thanksgiving, and it got worse. It just got worse. Progressive. Oh, hey, there's a pipe. Lovely. Oh. Wait, what? Why did it take me back here? Oh, that's what I get for exploring. I was getting it looked at and taken care of during that time. Just because the person who was doing that was on the East Coast as opposed to the West Coast. It just took time. It worked out okay for some people. Like, my sister was very happy that I got to, was watching her cats. Because she doesn't have, like, a cat sitter or anything. She went and did her adventure thingy, going to Thailand for a little bit, and also going to Mexico. As a immensely delayed grad trip. So I spent a lot of time driving back and forth and tending to cat needs. Mostly food, thankfully. She got 2 litter boxes the second time, so I didn't have to clean the boxes more than once, which is the thing I like least about cats, is litter boxes. In fact, one of them, the more surly of the two, actually would let me pet him by the end. But he was being a weird cat. Initially, I thought he was like, he needed some medication or something. So I was petting him, and he was slowly using his claws to rotate in a circle on the floor. So it just flopped on his side, and he's like, yeah, it's gonna crawl around in a circle. Now I have my sister about it, like, he has like a B12 shot he needs or something. She's like, yeah, but I gave that to him right before he left. He's just being weird. Huh, it's discolored up there. Discoloration. A little bit odd. It's a oh, never mind. I guess it's actually perfectly fine. Never mind. Remove that. Prior one doesn't count. That's just how the level looks. Thought initially that might be like some sort of secret-ish looking thing, but I guess not. Oh, there we go. There's a dragon coin. So I'm getting a little disconcerted about the lack of dragon coins, and then boom. Oh wait, that's. Thought it was dead. I dig these mushrooms. They look nice. But on one hand, it was actually kind of nice to just play like modernish stuff if I wanted to stream. On the other hand, it was an absolute pain finding modernish stuff that would work on my Mac. I spent so much time messing with things to try and make that work. I'm gonna have to make a list for later, but there was some that I was thinking that would be really cool, but I just could not get to function properly. I guess in the case of I want to lockpick, I didn't try that hard, but that's a game I do really want to play. Constraint logic solving, I want to be the guy style game with none of the like evilness inherent to the genre. It's just puzzle solving in this form, which is interesting to me. It's an odd way to decide to present that kind of game, especially because I don't think that audience is generally one that's like, yes, we love puzzles so much as I love it when the game decides to. I'm not supposed to get that. It's a sandbag anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Down we go. Foreground looks interesting. Yeah, it's been an aesthetic hack so far. How you doing, Jamie? Just talking about being on the East Coast and streaming from the East Coast. Which I don't have to do right now, because I'm on the West Coast now. That solves so many problems. I'm excited to have access to my usual tooling existing. Well, better than the alternative, I suppose. Hope you be existing better later. Not sure what the right phrasing to respond to that is. Ooh, there we go. But yeah, I even found something cool that I'm vaguely tempted to use in the vaguely near future, which I will fully admit is really silly. But I discovered that there is a way to view things as if they would be viewed on web TV on your Windows 98 computer. And I want to use it for something. I'm not sure what yet. I want a lockpick. Yeah, let me look up what the actual name of the game is. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, where'd it go? I punted it over into this window and now it's gone. Great. I don't even know where I put it. There's too many tabs on this window. There's too many tabs on this window. I've got to fix that. Yeah. I want a lockpick. When I was playing Recursed, more than one person suggested playing this. So I am vaguely curious. I watched someone play it for a little bit on Twitch, end up rating someone playing it for a few minutes. I couldn't find anybody else, and someone suggested, I'm like, sure, why not? Huh. That's a problem. Is it dead? What's up, Big Brawler? How you doing? Hopefully I didn't wipe my progress. Good! My progress is still here. No, I don't think it was meant to happen. Let's try that again and see if it happens again. And if it happens again, I'll take off my tooling and we'll see if it happens a third time. I know there was a mention of something not working entirely correctly in Beast's Nest, but it only manifests in graphics stuff. Well, it didn't happen. Not exactly sure what I did. Make it happen. You have another shot of making it happen. Yes, I have a lot of Mario I need to play now, and so no lockpicking. I guess that didn't work. I would assume because that region of memory is now being used for something else. Or it's not being used at all. Yeah, I'm back at SMW. It's been a long time coming. And I wanted to kind of ease into it with something relatively easy. And moderation is moderation to normal hacks. I think this is a standard normal. Hacks is a fairly easy thing as long as I don't keep crashing the game or running into pillars. Not really sure what I could have done to trigger that, but I guess, you know, I'll put a marker down to try that out later. Put a marker down, try to figure out why I crashed. Be down if this back was a bit harder. I mean, it probably is going to get harder. But yeah, it's standard normal. It's not that hard, I'm just being dumb. So the man who's almost out of Mario's. It, like, saves after every level, but still, it's better safe than sorry. This crashes the game. Don't think it will, but always worth a shot. I think I was spawning these in at a bad spot relative to each other. That's much better. No, there's a thwomp here. Fire bars, yum. But yeah, the author of this hack contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to moderate it because I moderated the other one he made. Or I moderated an earlier version, probably like 2 years ago. I was like, sure. I won't be able to get around to it until much later, but sure. Alright, no dragon coins. I still need a sandbag. I'd just like to find lava for sandbagging. Hooray, lava! Hooray, lava. There's another hack that I have claimed, I've had claimed for a while, not because, like... not because I just really wanted that hack, but someone asked if I'd moderate, and I was like, sure. If people politely ask me to, and I haven't already tested them, I'm usually amenable to such things. Fast Thwomp. Too fast Thwomp. Too fast, too furious. Yeah, I'd say I'm done with modern games for a bit. I'm not necessarily done with games that aren't SMW for a bit. I really... Oh, right, it's this boss. I hate this boss. Alright, that worked. Yeah, I want an excuse to do a Windows 98 stream. I have something I think would take somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour, which isn't really enough for a full stream, but I really want to do it. So I need to come up with something else to do afterwards, or maybe it'll be like do moderation and then go into that. We'll see. This... It's odd. I remember this part of the world map for some reason. It's like there's going to be a hitch right there, and I knew it. Yeah. Actually kind of curious when I moderated this now. Maybe I'll have to look it up. Which will take me all of 3 seconds because I have that information around here somewhere. Kiwi. According to this, oh, that was early last year. So it wasn't that long ago. And yeah, this was a level in there. It had the first 3 worlds. Of course, I guess I'll just switch to something else. Like I said, moderate and then go do it, or vice versa. It would be weird. The thing in question is, I finally got a hold earlier, much earlier this year. Finally got a hold of a copy of a mirror. Well, a copy of a mirror? I guess that's actually the right way to phrase it. A copy of a mirror of the Castle Quest game from Caverns of Blood, the website. And I would absolutely love to beat that on stream. So I don't think as a kid I ever beat it properly anyway. I think I cheated by URL editing. But something I can remedy. Especially because I went and put the effort in and put it back online and went and gave it a cool a domain. Oh, I didn't need to do that, but I like it. I like it having a domain. Also, it needs to not be hosted on patsierra.net because of issues relating to HTTPS. I can't actually have a non-HTTPS website hosted. Like, in order for these sites to work, they're like really bound to IE6 style assumptions about how they work. So it's best just to use them in IE6 or 5 or Netscape 4, I think. WebTV is also supported, but you know, it's WebTV. But because of the fact that you can't have that basically modern HTTPS, modern crypto stuff does not work on old computers. Shocker. This was, of course, the days when they'd have 2 different versions of Windows because shipping encryption with keys greater in size than 64 bits used to be a munition. As such, the government would get angry at people. So you have to do the 2 versions of IE. One that had these ciphers and one that didn't. We got over that because it turned out to be really dumb. Oh, I got all 5 Dragon Points, didn't I? Make the... yeah, all 5. Sandbag! Go! But anyway, that's just the long story short. There's no way to support those old ciphers because they're just broken. I don't want anybody, like, visiting with cookies and getting stuck in HTTP. That's bad. Since there are auth cookies now on my site for things like Project Carl and other things. So I don't want anybody using that site without HTTPS. And so hosting another domain is sort of the easiest of the solutions to sidestep the whole security issue. Oh, what's up, Fall Circus? How you doing? Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, that's the long and short of that. Have to find something else. Maybe like play Yoda stories or something. I don't know. Or maybe try to do. I guess I could try to do the Doom thing. That could be fun. It was fun to play some Doom. Played a little bit while I was out because Doom is something that works on every computer. Didn't end up playing any on stream. Because I played a silly WADs, kind of like a WAD collab thing. Hello. You are different. Yeah, that's why. Well, I can turn off the character thing now, or the character swapper, because we're using LX... is it LX5's power-up patch? I do love this thing when you actually get to use it, but that's not really going to happen in this level. There's not enough flat surface. Nope. Yay! Oh, that was fun for all 3 seconds. So I guess I should turn that off just to prevent anybody from proccing it again. I have a simple spot to do that. I don't. You know, you'd think I'd keep this open, but I don't. As LX5, thank you. There are so many people in this community, and it's hard to keep all of the names straight, to be honest. If I can at least remember some of the more prominent things, I'll be happier. Yay. Why aren't these sorted by anything? Gotta love a good old HDMA background wobble. Reminds me, I still need to go and actually watch the Bummer for All Seasons playthrough White Yoshi Egg. What up? Yeah, just White Yoshi Egg. Watched this video on replicating the SMW in Godot, which was interesting. Apparently went pretty viral. I ended up seeing it on Hacker News later. I remember these things, the evil purses. I do not like them. It was a fun watch. Turns out Godot is a lot easier to work with than I would have expected. But I haven't used like a game engine since XNA, and XNA really wasn't a game engine. It was a framework, and the difference between the two may seem material, but in terms of what Godot is doing for you versus XNA, it's a humongous deal. I think XNA is best compared to like SDL. Boy, I'm just gonna throw out a lot of 3-letter acronyms and not explain what any of them mean. What XNA actually stood for. I think SDL stands for Standard Development Library. Or Standard Development Layer, maybe? Just something like games that are C++ tend to use, because it provides an awful lot of the functionality and abstracts some of it away at least, so you don't have to write controller handling code on every single platform you wish to support, because it has like Mac OS and Linux support. After I'm done with this, the shell of all powers. I vaguely remember that like one of the conceits of this particular hack was that every world had its own power-up. So basically, you only got your leaf in the beginning, and then you get the shell everywhere else until you get to the third world, I think. I might be remembering a different hack. It has been a long time. 5. I got nothing. I got nothing to keep. After done with this, want to see a classic See if Jamie's thing shatters on hardware? Absolutely. I'm happy to do that. Not sure how much longer it's going to take. I'm like not that far into the hack by all numbers. I think we're 7 levels. I have a 33 level hack, so it might be a bit. But if that's not a problem, and I'll be on tomorrow, probably doing SMW. I'm not sure yet. No worries, got time and energy. Nice. I might try to knock out the other moderation that I'm supposed to finish. Also, hilariously, of all the things I didn't get done for YouTube stuff, Equinox. I was going to, and then I realized I didn't copy all of the files locally, because I wanted to fix the audio issue. I didn't realize just how low the audio was. I went and fixed it up, and then I tried to render it in Kdenlive, and Kdenlive kept crashing, because Kdenlive does that now for me, on my MacBook. And then I wanted to run it on this machine, because I can just VPN into it. But it was also having problems. So, I didn't. And then I also realized I needed to copy files back, and I was missing a couple of them, which is a big mess. The idea was, like, I would handle a few of them and just edit the volume on a couple, and then the last one I was thinking I might edit differently. Well, it's a very quiet game. I just wanted to raise it up so, like, the boss noises weren't bad. I don't mind the title screen being a little loud, because it's at the beginning, you don't see it that often. But other stuff I wanted to bring up a little bit. It wasn't a huge change. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, like, edit the final video to be, like, I was going to take one... there were basically 2 VODs. There's me in the pirate ship, and then I spent some time derping around in the final dungeon. And I think I gave up after a while, because I was tired and frustrated. Because you have to find so many keys in that final dungeon. And then I came back later and did the rest of it. And so I was thinking about editing that so that the final dungeon was its own VOD entirely, as opposed to cutting it into 2. We'll see, though. I might be lazy later. Vaguely remember this room, but I think an awful lot of people like this particular construct. Oop. Gotta love the gates. Didn't expect that. Glad I went with the spin jump. 3 of them. But yeah, Equinox is like the only thing left that wouldn't require a lot more. I already did, and it still requires some work. Did the editing on some of them and the timestamps on some of them the first time around without that, but I could use those timestamps. It'll be fine. Well, I can take them and amend them lightly. It'll work out. Or just do it again. It won't take that long. But basically, everything else I have left over is stuff that I started in, like, December. When I say script the bottom barrel, I'm not kidding. Like, basically, looking at my unlisted videos, which is my way of telling, you know, what I have put out, what I should work on next. Basically only has stuff from December, and then, like, a few things from last year. Amongst other stuff. I need to put more of them in, like, the no, I'm never going to finish this up bin, like Keckrock, which just is stuck because I have to deal with Thunderstruck. Other news, decided to jump into Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth. They were selling a twin pack for both of them for $7. Gave you Final Fantasy VII Remake for free, so you got it. Oh, nice! So wait, what? I thought that there were... That means you have the 2 modern parts and then, like, a port of Final Fantasy VII, I assume. I watched my sister play the start of the new Final Fantasy VII bit. Oh, boom boom. What? There we go. Just the 2 modern remakes. Oh, okay. Oh, $70 and to get you that. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I watched my sister play a bit of that, and that intro cutscene was very confusing. That's all I think I can say without spoiling things. Did make me appreciate some things about older Final Fantasies. Like, they didn't stop you every 3 seconds to give you a tutorial. She also got, like, soft launch during a boss, which was kind of bizarre to me. Basically, it wanted you to do a double tech, but Cloud had already died, and so you couldn't do the dual tech. But also, she couldn't build any ATB, because apparently the way you build ATB in that game is attacking things. And there's not like a steady drip of ATB that happens regardless, so if you can't attack something, you're stuck. And she couldn't attack it because it would have gone to the ceiling. Trust unless you play from the beginning, you're not going to make sense. That's kind of what I assumed. It's a different game. What advice? Thrown shells can collect coins and dragon coins, but only when thrown left or right. Try it out here. Try what out here? I'm becoming suspicious that some of the stages that I didn't think had dragon coins might be because my thing is interfering with it. Which is weird. Yeah, try it out. I want to say in the older version there was something there. So after beating this level and saving, I'm going to reset and do it up properly. We'll see what happens. How you doing, Kappa? Did something in Remake to ensure it can be a completely different game going forward. It's very clever. Interesting. Maybe one day I'll get around to it. So maybe I'll just play Final Fantasy VII, the original, again. It's fun the first time around. Let's see it being fun again. See, some of my sisters... Yeah, there's something funky going on here. Saw not my copy of Final Fantasy VII. It was actually a borrowed copy, but I suspect it's the same copy from childhood. It was sitting in her sewing room. Mostly because I went to the sewing room to mess with her cats. And sometimes I just sleep in the sewing room. I rather like the sewing room. When she's not around, otherwise they'll sleep nearest to her. Oh, I got the midway, and there's no dragon coins. I should have sandbagged immediately. I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll back out to the menu and restart. It's possible this is an SA1 issue of some sort. It's also possible that my tooling is doing that. We'll see shortly, I suppose. We love this song. What else? Honestly, not that much. Watched a whole lot of the British baking show when I was at her house. Watched some of Monk. She wanted to watch Monk. The old police procedural from 2000. It's amusing. Didn't realize that Tony Shalhoub was in Wings, but you know. The problem I have with an awful lot of police procedurals is it makes the police look a lot smarter, but it also makes the criminals look a lot smarter. There we go. They're frequently very dumb on both sides of the equation here. Go. My personal favorite. My mother was watching The Mentalist, and a DA was the person who had, you know, done it. And he immediately spills out all of his crime plans to, you know, the police. And I'm like, why in the world would a DA of all people not take the right to remain silent? If anybody in this world knows the United States criminal justice system, it's a DA, and he's gonna know to keep his mouth shut. But I digress. Alright, I think it autosaves. Yeah, I just saw it do something. Alright, let's take it out to the menu and see if this is happening with that level. Without my stuff attached. Moment. It's about a third of the way through. Alright, so go back to Botany Heights. And if it's not happening, well, if I see Dragon Coins now, I'll know that something is up with something else. Yeah, it seems very odd to me, especially given that it doesn't seem to watch a track. Yeah, there's Dragon Coin there. Alright, well that's a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna have to go see which levels didn't have Dragon Coins and figure that out. Really wish I'd marked that down. Yeah, no shell, but there's a Dragon Coin. Socket music? I have no idea what that means. Never played... Is it from the game Socket, I guess? For some reason I thought this was a... No, this wouldn't have been Knuckles Chaotix, but it sounds kind of like Knuckles Chaotix. There we go. It's pleasantly bouncy. I enjoy it. Honestly, it was just the fortress? Oh, man. What I get for not taking notes. Either way, in the interest of making my life easy, I'm going to turn my stuff back on, but anytime there's a level without Dragon Coins, I'm going to mark it down. My best guess would be that... I don't know, maybe I overwrote that part of memory? Probably should just note it regardless. It's possible, like, getting all the Dragon Coins is flipping the Dragon Coin bit in a different level. Which would be really irritating, but not the end of the world. I'm thinking about this. Like, what is the correct solution here? I can't prove it either way, but it is happening in sequential levels. I could prove it. I could prove it easily. I just reload with my stuff this level, and if it has Dragon Coins while I have my stuff, it would indicate that it's not my stuff, but something else weird that's happening. Oh, there's a floor there. Lovely. Okay. That's not my fault. Okay. No, it does not. I didn't expect Start Selecting to have an effect. Is it dead? It might be dead. Yeah. Oh no, reset wouldn't work in that context. It's doing the wiggly thing. Reset wouldn't work in that context. So yeah, that's weird. Oh, did I actually have a proper... Oh, so how you doing, Jeff? At least I didn't take my save with it. Gotta blame Pat here. It's probably not my fault. Okay, Start Selecting just does that. That's not my fault. Oh no, it was doing something and now it's done. Okay. So what we've learned here, does that happen in every level? Right, reset doesn't work because it's not real. Okay, well, let's try a different level and see if Start Selecting out of it breaks it. Yeah, Start Select is just broken. It's just hellaciously broken. That is not my fault. Put this back on so we can do the other test we wanted to do. This will load it up and do that. Oh my. You can tell how long I've been using this one. Hacktober 2022. Imagine Start Selecting, just beat levels. It shouldn't break! That's all it comes down to, though. Start Select brings you all the way to the SNES menu. You are not wrong. This may be confusing to anybody who was looking at chat on the right side of the screen, but you're not going to find it there. Because we have to wait for the bot to catch up before those messages will get processed. Which should happen about now. Okay. Let's test this again. While exploring the SNES BIOS. Okay. So now, the big question. Dragon coins. Will they spawn? They will spawn. Okay, so this is not my fault. Probably. Alright, so dragon coins don't consistently spawn in levels. It's possible they're not spawning because of the memory's not being put right afterwards or something. You know, I was about to Start Select my way out of the level, and you know what I realized? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Aha! I learned the important thing. On the bright side, fixing that might be doable without having to remoderate the whole thing. It is a demo, but honestly, if I were ModernKiwi, I'd consider either fixing that or disabling Start Select as a feature. It's just kind of like LR scrolling breaks my hack. Well, just turn off LR scrolling. It's like also like the classic Boy Scout skit. You know, doctor, it hurts when I raise my arm above my head like this. Oh? Well, then don't raise your arm above your head like that. Just don't do it. What about the crash of the game? I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen Start Select crash something. Maybe there's like some bad ASM in a mode or something, but it's definitely not my fault. As we checked, it happens when there's no code loaded. So, not sure what to make of that yet. Now here's the bigger question. How many times do you think I'm going to Start Select and forget about this before the end of this? Because the odds are good that at some point in time I'm just going to plain forget. 6 times? Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Guess shifting gears and talking about something other than crashing the game. I was watching Jamie play Monkey Ball a few, probably weeks ago now, I guess. It's been a while. And was thinking, Monkey Ball is an interesting game where if you get frustrated, you can cheat very effectively. One of those cases where the speedrunners have made it easier to do the speedrun thing than it might be otherwise, just playing it normally. Because the way you can kind of like the way they go for ILs in Monkey Ball is they use the in-game timer. And your measure of success is just the in-game timer, so pauses don't necessarily matter. So what you can do is you pause the game at aiming for certain timer windows, and then hold certain directions so that the world tilts on that axis, and then you beat the level by using those careful pause timings and all that. And they're all documented. You go look this up. So in the event you're ever having trouble with Monkey Ball, you can consider literally using the speed strat. And you'll have an easier time of it. Will it be as rewarding? Probably not. But if you really hate one level in Monkey Ball and want to get past it, it is an option. The reason I know about this is because there was one of those "we caught a cheater" videos that was published a while back and got into my YouTube feed about how they caught a specific Monkey Ball cheater because he was splicing. He was doing pause strats and splicing, and the way they caught him was by the fact that monkey noises don't work that way. Is the long story short. Yeah, Monkey Ball played the first game the other day. Oh, nice. Was that when I was watching like a couple weeks ago? Feels like a couple weeks. I'm not really sure anymore. Time has gone at different rates. But that's why it came to mind. There was that one level you were absolutely frustrated with, and I was like, I guess there was a solution there. Or infinite lives, you want to play the levels? Yeah. I think infinite lives is a perfectly cromulent thing to do for a game like Monkey Ball. Like, wait. I climbed on something. Dang it. Was there a midway? Find out there's a midway shortly. Yeah, it was an interesting video. Just one of those. There seemed to be persistent genre on YouTube. We caught this cheater / what's the history of this speedrun / whatever. Watched another one, I guess yesterday. No, there was not a midway. By Average Trey. About pausing in Mario Sunshine, which was actually really interesting. Turns out collision changes, like basically pausing changes like your quarter step number. And when your quarter step number is set to specific quarter steps, it's easier to clip through things with fruit. And so people will pause before it. But it depends upon the fruit, which is the weirdest thing. The pepper, you can always clip with. The bananas and other ones have slightly different schedules. It's just really odd. It does make you wonder what Nintendo intended with this? Or how the various fruit are actually different? How does that even work code-wise? The pausing thing? I could not tell you. Someone else looked at the code. It was stated that someone looked at the code in the video. I'm not sure. Oh, I really hate the first hit on this. The first hit on this boss is the hardest one for some reason. I think that'll do it. Once he speeds up, this gets so much easier. You can just kind of stun lock him. There we go. Oop. Yeah, it was really weird. But, like, Sunshine, I think pretty much everything on GameCube was rushed. Like, Melee was done really fast. I suspect I think I've heard Sunshine was done really fast, too. Melee has a bunch of glitches. And similar sort of variety of, like, collision is weird, or the shield doesn't actually work. I think, was it Kirby and Game & Watch have useless shields or something? Oh, it's those penguins with sunglasses. Oh, look! It's a Mario! But he's snowy. GameCube is blessed. You know, I've only ever played, I think, 2 games on GameCube. Oh, there we go. Ice Flower. I've played Sunshine. I beat Sunshine. I did not complete Sunshine. I have no desire to ever do so. Blue coins are nightmarish. And Melee. I don't think I've played any other game on GameCube. I was thinking it'd be cool to play Super Paper... or, yeah, Thousand Year Door. Not Super Paper Mario, that's a different Paper Mario. If I wanted to have a shift for Mario. But I haven't made a decision on that front yet. Debating between that and a lap through Galaxy. Change your get request to 100% Mario Sunshine? No! How you doing, Fries? That would be under the, if it's not physically painful, what you would get is one stream of me playing Mario Sunshine. Beating Mario Sunshine, not so bad. Even if I do have some beefs against, is it Noki? I think it's Noki's Secret Star. Or Shine. Also, the phraseology for these things is so weird, and the only reason I even know how they work is because of Bingo. I need a shell. I need a shell to get this. Have I seen a shell? Did I lose my shell earlier? It'd be a long stream. It would have to be. Want to play the new Princess Peach Showtime game, but you're being half out of commission? You gotta decide what you want to do. How is it half out of commission? Which half, I have to ask. There's a shell. This drive doesn't work anymore, but reset rest was fun. Okay, that makes sense. It's like maybe the GameCube part works, but the other part doesn't, or something when you said half out of commission. I got lucky. Very long level past the midway. I like my shell. Did I miss one? I might have missed one. I missed one. I also missed my chance to die. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I guess I see the BPS now. I wasn't thinking about it earlier. Didn't check. It occurs to me. I remembered I should not Start+Select my way out of this level to test the midway. I will be tempted, but I'm not going to do it. See if we can find the secret of the missing... No. Missing thing. Secret of the missing thing. Boy, have we gone downhill. There's no 100% speedrun of Sunshine on speed. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I mean, it also 100% speedrun of Sunshine would just be 120 shines. So in case you don't know how Sunshine works, there are 96 regular shines, most of which are in levels. Most. And then in addition to that, there are 240 blue coins, and you can trade a blue coin in. You can trade 10 blue coins in for a shine. Yeah, 120 includes the blue coins. You have to have the blue coins for 120. So that's how that works. And that's why it's horrendous. And, you know, normally with these challenges, not so bad. But the... Where's the other fucked up collector? Odyssey, if you're doing 100%, I think you have to do things like get enough coins to buy all the outfits, which is a serious grind. I think even casually, it's a serious grind. There's a midway. But yeah, no, like, of all of the Marios, if I had to 100%, that's the one I want to 100% least, because also, like, the blue coins, can be in all sorts of random places and only spawn in certain stars, and often sometimes just involve spraying arbitrary places. Like, I do not know how anybody got 100% in Sunshine prior to game FAQs, and I assume almost everybody who did probably cheated. Or only had one game to play. Or just really love Sunshine, but, like, I don't know. Oh, that's, you know, it occurs to me, that's another option. I could just throw a brick. Off it goes! The brick didn't work. I don't know what I expected. I gotta make sure not to freeze it. Well, okay. One, it wouldn't... okay, I do not want to break that. I think I already killed him. Oh, maybe this... I don't know. It's hard to tell. Good. Dark side of the moon. Yeah. You see something? What do you see, Jamie? A pipe? You mean the pipes beyond the bits I can't get to? Oh, wait! Oh, that's how you were supposed to do this part. Hey, I did not see the pipe. Absolutely didn't, and that makes this whole obstacle make so much more sense. It's a crafty pipe. Alright, so we got all that. Odyssey has moons. Yeah, I was barely sticking out of the wall, yep. Moons that don't spawn until you find the hint. Oh, that's even worse. How you doing, Dick Feynman? Balls! Alright, well, that's one. Think about a 120 Shine playthrough? I mean, you can do it. I don't want to do it, but you can do it. Yeah, I've been having fun watching the Sunshine Bingos since they started that up again. There were a couple of games today. There was one that was a real nail-biter, actually. The second one today came down to just choosing the wrong things in a couple spots and missing out on a specific goal. The Sunshine Bingo is good stuff. Do whatever, you're just gonna be tagged. I guess this is true. I mean, I don't even think that's the most masochist thing you could do with Super Mario Sunshine. You could do one of those, like, ridiculous 566 star runs that are on speedrun.com where you have to, like, beat all of the Mario games, all the 3D Mario games in one sitting. You know, in retrospect, there's probably a better way of doing that. It didn't matter. Fuzzies don't count. Huh. Alright, well, back around the loop. Yes, highly recommend watching Sunshine Lockout Bingo. Unlike Mario 64 Bingo, where you still have to, beat Bowser, Lockout Bingo always ends after someone gets 13 goals, which is nice. Loved the double Lockout Bingo format, but they're not doing that because it takes too many people. I'd assume. There's no stars in Sunshine, though. I mean, you know what I mean. Are they shines? Are they moons? Are they potatoes? It doesn't really matter. Things that celestial objects that provide light. We could call it 560 MacGuffin run if they wanted to. Eve. We love a good vertical stage. Hey, it's smiling. He's got a monocle. See it? Nice mustache. I see it. I'm not going to start select. Not going to start select. I definitely missed something. Was that cut off? Yeah, I'll go back. I have to loop back again because I didn't get all the Dragon Coins. Or die at the midway. There was a big tile missing. I know roughly where you guys are talking about. I'll have to pay more attention. Sad I could not use that to collect the coin, but I don't think that actually works. I think it's only shells and nothing else. Yeah, honestly, if I'm gonna have to be stuck doing a level again, this is not a level I'm gonna complain about. It's got good peaceful music. It's got a good vibe. You just do a lot worse. Oh yeah, I didn't actually shatter it. Huh. A third time's a charm. Okay, I have 2. Feeling maybe down there. That's. This other weird stuff to the George Washington Masonic Memorial. I now own Masonic music because they were selling it for $1 a CD. My sister was very happy she did not have a CD player in her car. It was an interesting thing. I didn't really know much about the Freemasons, aside from like various conspiracy theory sort of things. But it's kind of cool to learn some stuff. Had a beautiful view of Alexandria. Okay, go back down. Saw it, go back down, okay. Is it this? Before entering the pipe. Okay. I might be blind today. I might be blind today. Thank you. Below the yellow square. I am blind today. Absolutely blind today. Yeah, that's a missing tile. I still have to look at what Jeff sent. Okay, yeah, just a scribble. Right. Yeah, completely missed that. I got nothing. Let's go with I'm still kind of tired because I'm on East Coast time. Let's go with that. Not entirely true. Somehow I've ended up with fewer dragon coins after doing this level a second time. Don't start select. Don't. I didn't die either. One more lap, and otherwise I'll come back and check again later afterwards. Again, could be a lot worse. Anyway. Yeah, which is kind of cool. Definitely trying to... Oh, the other important thing I learned is that the Shriners are also Masons. Did not know that. I thought the only qualification you had to have to be a Shriner was that you liked wearing silly hats and riding around in tiny cars. This is not true. You have to be a Freemason first. Then you can be a Shriner. The more you know. The who? The Shriners might be more of a very America-centric thing, but they're a philanthropy group that's dedicated to making children's hospitals or something. And they raise money by riding around in tiny cars during parades. I really don't know the economics of Shriners, but they wear fezzes and ride around in tiny cars and parades. That's literally all I know about the Shriners. And now I know that they're a subsect of the Freemasons, because they have an awful lot of subsects. How have I run? It's 2. Still have 2 coins. If you don't know who the Freemasons are, it was a weird, not-so-secret society that people were really into in, like, the 17 and 1800s. Now you have more questions? I'll try to answer them. No promises. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, I think that if there are 5 dragon coins, they're not spawning consistently. Like, I have 4 dragon coins. I have 3 dragon coins. I'm pretty sure the first time around, I had 4. Alright, well. Test the midway. As we fall through the screen, and maybe we'll see the dragon coin I missed. It's a pleasant way to die. A mostly pleasant way to die. What's up, Bread Comp? How you doing? I remembered to die that time. It took some doing, but I remembered. He doesn't have to slide out of the screen. I was hoping. No Yoshis. Why no Yoshis? I've yet to find a Yoshi in this. So very odd. Doing okay? Nice. Gotta say, I do love the ice. It's stolen straight from SMB3 on All-Stars. It just looks so good. At least I'm happily nostalgic for it. Why aren't I testing? Why? You're right. I was about to try and Start+Select outward. I am all over the place. It's been months since I've done a moderation. That's my excuse. Can I destroy these with this? No. I don't have access to any fire flowers. Actually, question for anybody who might know. LX5's power-up patch, does it happen to still use 19 to store the state of your power-ups? Because I kind of think I should try to at least cheat myself a fire flower to see if that does something there. And that'd be the easiest way to do it. This ice flower clearly doesn't do it. I also found 1 Yoshi coin in this level, right? Yeah, weird. I don't think there was a midway either. Well, just in case. One easy way to know. Yeah, there is. There absolutely is. And trying to change 19 will, in fact, work for me. Okay. Midway check. Don't Start+Select. Don't Start+Select. Don't Start+Select. Okay, good. Midway works. Set lives back to 69. Was there a midway here? I don't think there was. Weird, this level only has 1 dragon coin. After beating this, maybe I'll try... Well, you know what? Actually, it's possible. It's possible this is a secret you're supposed to bring in a later power-up for. Like, that's something I could see someone doing. So I'm not going to cheat myself one, because I think that possibly the next world might have it. We'll see. Can't trust bumpties. You never know what they're going to do. Spin, grab, no. Okay. It's still quite odd there's 1 dragon coin. Maybe that is a hint about something. I've been playing too many puzzle games and Metroidvania games. Things where, like, you see little oddities and you're like, huh, that's probably important later. Might not be the case here. But that pipe definitely looks like a way to skip over a chunk of the level. World 6 Castle on SMB3? Yeah, definitely agree on that. The combination of Thwomps moving in that way, in the very horizontal manner, and I didn't want him to keep doing that, as hilarious as that was. The fancy Boom Boom. But at the end of the day, you're still Boom Boom. remember the name of that hack I played that had, like, a boom boom that took, like, 10 hits? Oh, come on. Oh, he takes 4 hits. Great. He did a lot of the same stuff. It was... What was it? It was one of those... I think it was one that was made for a YouTuber. Had a custom sprite and a plot. Dang it. Truckbuckle? No, that's a different one. But yes, Truckbuckle also did have that many bosses. Or it had Boom Boom. It had an extreme Boom Boom. I'll grant you that. No, this was an earlier hack. I think I moderated it. I think I moderated it and wasn't just playing for fun. Then after you beat up the Boom Boom, there was a Metroidvania-style escape thing. Truckbuckle? Yep. I am not French. Surprise, I do not know how to pronounce a lot of French words. Oh wait, no, that wasn't... yeah. It's that one hack. The thingy hack. Good hack, though. Would recommend. Definitely was one of my favorites last year. In fact, that was one of the ones that I nominated that did get into Hall of Fame. Because I was one of the Hall of Fame peoples. A fact that I only barely noticed today had actually gone out into the site. Oh, wait, hold up, we gotta do this. No! I already screwed it up. I really want to see what happens if you touch him with the power-up. Sometimes these power-ups can behave oddly with bosses. There was a ROM Hack Races race a million years ago, a Mystery Monday race, where someone officially won, though they didn't end up actually beating the boss because the interaction between the custom power-up, the Ice Flower, and the sprite resulted in... maybe it was a hammer. Doesn't really matter. But basically, the behavior between the two meant that the boss died instantly, but it didn't count as a win. Why does that keep happening to me? I'm just, like, landing in the wrong spot on Boom Boom. I might have another shot at this. But I'm playing that one next. Yeah, good call. It's a really good hack. Just course around Hall of Fame. You know, somehow I managed to miss most of it. I didn't see a whole lot, but maybe I wasn't looking in the right places. I did my best in the sense that I looked at the hacks I had played in those years and recommended the ones that I had played and liked. I think when the next one rolls around, I might try to make a project of playing through more of the standard hacks from the earlier year. Because it's kind of hard to have a good perspective on years that you didn't play a lot of stuff in. There was more standard rep. Yeah, I mean, the problem was an awful lot of people on the committee are more of the Kaizo people. And it is true there wasn't quite as much. The thing is, though, I think pretty much all of the things I recommended standard-wise ended up in there. There wasn't that much that I had, especially from the, like, earlier one. I'd have to look at my notes. There were a couple things that I noted. One was that this hack needs a name actually didn't come out that year, but did have a substantial update. Dang it. And then there was another one. Okay, cool. So the... You need to be grounded. There was one other weirdness note I left in. I think it was that I really wanted Diagonal Mario in. Okay, that's some bullshit. Was right on him that time. I do not like this Boom Boom. There we go. That hitbox is indeed something. Seems like it was oriented towards very difficult hacks overall. That's kind of the problem. is a lot of standard stuff all blends together after a while. Which is a big problem. I mean, I think this happens with Kaizo players too, especially nowadays. There's so many Kaizo hacks. I imagine there's an awful lot of hacks, like say Katoon is played and immediately forgotten about because they were not terribly unique in some specific way. It's like, yeah, I can do the same set of cell jumps over and over. That's not any question here. But the problem with like standard easy hacks, say, is that like you play a standard easy hack, you play it for all of like 10 minutes. Most of them are very short because if you're making something that's very easy, it's not going to take a long time to beat. The like 2 exceptions for like very easy hacks that I've played that I can say that I definitely remember are Little Miss Ad World by Ad Dad, which was a lot of fun. Did have some Kaizo near the end. I probably should see. Actually, did anyone fix that? I might need to go fix that. So it should have Kaizo Light on it. Any... No Dragon Coins. I'll put a note here. Can't confirm. Katoon, for you, is like that. Some people are with trains, he remembers. What are the train people? Bear. And then Super Smile Face World, which also had the same problem of having a sudden Kaizo section. Well, not really a problem. Little Miss Ad World, basically the special world was Kaizo stuff, which isn't surprising. That happens in a lot of hacks. It was sort of a problem before the bifurcated difficulty system was in place. It's less of an issue now because you can tag with both of them, and that's gets people more of the correct idea. Still not exactly ideal, because, you know, sometimes you have a hack that literally is standard something until the 1 level, and it's not even required. Happens every once in a while, like Yoshi's Crack House. This Yoshi's Crack House, that level was required. Maybe I should go do that. Yeah. I didn't test the midway. Got distracted due to the lack of Dragon Coins and talking about things. But yes, going back to the initial point, I wanted Diagonal Mario. No one else voted for Diagonal Mario. I do think Diagonal Mario probably deserves to be Hall of Famed, even though it's not on the site and was in fact rejected. Because it has an intentional crash, which, you know, not allowed. But it's such an important troll hack. Especially, it's like there's not that many like really important SMW troll hacks. It's a field that seems to have dried up significantly since Carl and Juz stopped doing that. Can't confirm your hack is as normal and hard. Where can one get Diagonal Mario? Several places. You can download it from Xandro's site if you want. That's the easiest place. It'd be an easy place to get it. I think there's also, and this was going to be my argument if we got into it. One of the moderators at the time had put the BPS in his file bin. So if you look at the rejection message, you can get a link to it there. And finally, I think you can download it from, and I really wish I could remember the name. It wasn't Zempari. Who made that one? Feels to tip my tongue. But basically, there's like a Portuguese hacker blog, SMW hacker blog, that hosts it, because it's, I think, run by the guy who made... It might be run by the guy who made Diagonal Mario 2. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, those are your options. You can get it at any of those places. They're all bit roughly the same. Weird to freeze a projectile like that. Also, auto-scroller. Can you prepare for arguments? I mean, when you're debating things, yes, you can prepare for arguments. Very smart thing to do. But I'm pretty sure that's how most modern debate works nowadays. They give you the thing you're going to be debating about in advance, and you have to come up with arguments in advance. And then read as many of them as possible, as quickly as possible. I think that's how modern debate works. Doesn't sound great to me, but hey, you know, takes all sorts. But yeah, I'll put up a link really quick if you want it. It will not take time to get Diagonal Mario. It's Diagonal Mario 2. I think there was another think Louis said there was a Dag Mario 1, but I've never seen anybody play it. I don't think it was quite as well done. Or at least definitely people don't care for it as much. So an RPG? US politics? I think US politics mostly involves ignoring the other people. But not touching that with a 10-foot pole. In fact, I got my my voting pamphlet in when I got back. It was one of the gigantic bulk of mail I had. And I looked at it, I opened it up and saw it's just the primary. And I'm like, Washington's primary doesn't matter in the slightest. I'm not going to bother. Tore it up. That's what literally it is. Register as a Republican, vote for Trump. Register as a Democrat, vote for Biden. Don't really want to register. Washington's a state where that's not an issue, really. So, not going to vote for either of them. I mean, sure, there's other people on the ballot, but none of them matter. It's literally a pointless vote. Vermin Supreme, Lord Buckethead. Dang it, I got 4 dragon coins. Check this one, too. I'd vote for Emperor Norton if that was an option. But I frequently write in people, especially random people on Twitch. I think I voted for you a couple times, Jeff. I voted for people's cats. Like, there's an awful lot... In a general election season in Washington, there's an awful lot of judicial positions that are done via democracy rather than appointments. And frequently, they run unopposed. And I refuse to vote for someone running unopposed. It's just not democratic. So, I write something in. Yeah, I think I put you down, Jamie. I put just basically any name I can come up with when I'm doing the ballot, I'll put down. Given this is a federal election year, there'll be an awful lot of things to vote on. I imagine I'll probably brew up a couple propositions. Really hope they get rid of that long-term care tax. Still kind of miffed about that. Mostly because it's just such a bad benefit for what it costs. Here? Nope. But I digress. Alright, Fryguy Factory. Oh no. So that was another mildly contentious point. I voted for Backwards Mario, but that one didn't go through either. Oh, Clear Pipes. This... I remember this level now. I definitely remember this level now. This was the last level of the prior demo. Use this tile set? I think it's a pretty popular one. I've seen a few hacks. How you doing, Ellie Scion? Yeah, Scion. I hope I got it right. I love you can freeze explosions. Just the way that this particular power-up pack interacts with things is so interesting at times. I'd say that's not a ladder. Okay. It's a long distance to travel. Ripped 4 SMBX. Have I played any of the questionable hack jam ones? Not yet. In case any of you forgot, I'm actually one of the judges for that contest. I haven't been able to play them yet because I've been on the East Coast far away from my Super Nintendo. And it's very high on my list of things to do because I'm definitely going to be the latest one turning in notes. What's up, TJB? How you doing? Yeah. Usually with these, I try to get started earlier, and then I'm still the last one to turn in notes because I'm lazy. But this one, I just haven't gotten to start yet. Held off how... Oh, nice. Rebeat Beach Mouse off stream. Nice. Plan speedrunning. Oh, cool. Yeah, that hack actually looks pretty cute. Plus, I just like the Orator Alabama Beach Mouse meme. I think I was once going to front money for Fiskbit to write and send in a TTS spam involving asking Orator about how he's enjoying his Alabama beach house. Fun fact about the Alabama beach mouse, I'm fairly certain is true, is that it lives, oh hey, that's kind of cool, in that small portion of Alabama that actually has a beach. Most people don't think of Alabama as a coastal state, but it in fact is. Just a really small part of the panhandle. It's not much, but it counts. Also, Gulf Shores is kind of like a cheaper version of... Well, I don't know if cheaper version's quite the right phrasing, but it's definitely a less expensive version of certain Florida beaches. Ah, I see. That's the point of this exercise. And now I have to go back the other way. Either I'm going to run back through this and see about the end number of dragon coins I have. Love things that spawn on random timers. Okay. Wasn't timing it, but felt sub-hour. Nice. Out of curiosity, is anybody, like, putting up runs for it already, or would you be the first one to do so? Because I know this happens with speedruns. I also know the process of how you get your speedboard made for SMW stuff now. Because I learned about it a while ago when creating a speedboard. I have 2 of those. Oh, nuts! I should have gone through the right side. Yeah, I should have gone through the right side. There's a dev time. 7:56? 7 hours and 56 minutes? Or 7 minutes, 56 seconds? Oh, this is a trivial Fryguy. I was thinking about the backwards Mario one, and man, that was not a fun Fryguy. Easy enough. Stream for 2 more hours, need to BRB for an hour. Good odds! But I'll be back. Minutes, seconds. Ah, okay. That's a short run. It's probably not a very long hack in terms of sheer number of exits. Fryguy fight, yes. Your Fryguy fight will definitely be a favorite. 7 exits. Ah, okay. Minute per exit. There you go. Well, less than, if you're going to properly speed it. But it all makes sense. Shame those don't work. But yeah, the one in Backwards Mario World is hyper sped up. I eventually came up with a reasonable strategy, which was basically try to keep the dang thing stun locked. But then you run out of bricks. Because you're on a 1-tile thick brick thing above a lava pit. Long-term goal is to beat the dev time. That sounds like a reasonable goal. Definitely think you could do it. I believe in you. Need to remember not to start select. Yeah, it doesn't seem like... You mentioned 2 minutes of time loss for a dev time. I think that's actually kind of a nice thing to do, is put up your time as a dev. You already know the game pretty well, and it gives people like a blueprint if they want to go for it, instead of doing their own routing and things. Not to mention, just in the event that you don't know how to beat something, you could look at that and say, oh, that's how you do it. I've been contemplating making a hack, and I definitely would, in fact, have a clear video showing people how to do it. I would. I have made that decision. It would show a way to beat it. Of course, I still would like make the hack first and all that, but you know, small details. We'll see if this ever comes to fruition. It probably won't. One of those too many projects, not enough time. How many am I up to? 2. That's not the way. Hey. There we go. Like the orange story of the dev time, Barb chat was like, there's no way this isn't TAS, and was this even played on a controller? So Marvis JJ did a run to prove the haters wrong. That's perfect. Spite run is best run. Absolutely perfect. And there's our final dragon coin. And now I need to die. This will serve my purpose as well. Ugh. I guess that's a point. I never did offer to hand the speedboard over to the guy who made the hack in either case. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Just realized what I'm looking at here. Before we go that way. Yeah, the prior demo ended at Fryguy's fortress. Is this non-linear? I have 2 choices. We have a fork in the road. Fascinating. Alright, well, let's finish up Winter Wonderland. It's the thing to do at this point. I'm done being frosty. What advice? This level is entirely optional. Feel free to leave now if you're not interested in bonus. In bonus? Otherwise, enjoy. I mean bonus content or something, or a bonus, but bonus doesn't really work there as a part of speech. Interested in bonus. I am very interested in bonus, boss. No, I don't mean to bedraggle, just one of those. When I see grammar, I want to correct it kind of things. Let's just run into things. Okay, make a note for the grammar, I guess. Not enamored with it. This also reminds me, there's a few... Decided to burn like all of my ROM Hack Races stuff on YouTube. It's all gone. I have no backup stuff anymore. Same way. Nuts. There were a couple of ROM Hack Races levels that looked like they'd be a lot of fun. So Icy Fruit came back, and someone asked on one of my YouTube videos whether or not Icy Fruit is the same the ROM Hack Races Icy Fruit creator guy is the same Icy Fruit who also makes Sudokus. Because there's a guy named Icy Fruit who makes apparently really good Sudokus. I'm gonna die in exactly the same way, aren't I? I'm gonna hop right into the Disco Waffle. You know, I'm gonna get rid of that. I think it's a liability. Thought it was gonna turn. Yeah, especially the Mario 2 one. Mario 2 ROM Hack Races levels are awesome. There's so few of them. But they are a lot of fun when they come around. My thought was, if I jumped upward there, I wouldn't have to deal with that problem. So wrong. Yes, I said Sudoku. Because apparently Icy Fruit, who made last week's ROM Hack Races level, also makes Sudokus, possibly, or someone with the same name. And people really like them. Like, people make YouTube videos about these Sudokus. I'm pretty sure that's a high bar in terms of liking a Sudoku. Just making a whole YouTube video about an individual Sudoku. I'm not that enamored with Sudokus, so I wouldn't, you know. They're not my favorite constraint logic puzzle. There's a bunch of Nikolai puzzles I'd rather do than those. Nothing wrong with Sudokus, just I'm not excited by them no more. Just too many years of Sudoku. Yeah, go take a look. Okay. Hey, I made it to the midway! Hooray! Now we sandbag. Do I do variant Sudokus? I don't do any Sudokus. Honestly, when it comes to solving like logic puzzles, if they're not in a puzzle hunt, I usually don't. I do pick crosses mostly if I need something to do. But that's not like something I go searching out very often. Quite literally, I usually do them while pacing, and if it's too cold to go walk outside. One popular Sudoku channel out there that's really fun to watch. It's always cool to see twists on Sudoku formula, and they walk you through the entire logical process. Cracking the Cryptic. I've heard of Cracking the Cryptic. Like a lot of variant puzzles. I mean, the thing about it is after you solve enough of the regular Sudokus, you definitely want to solve, like, variants. And I remember seeing, like, for the first time, some variants back in... God, what year would that been? Would have been Microsoft Puzzle Hunt 9? Oh, that's a waffle. Like I said, I'm not certain it's the same person. It was a question someone raised, and if it is, that's really cool. If it's not, you learned about a cool Sudoku maker who has the same name as someone who's made a bunch of good ROM Hack Races levels. Just do want to point out the possibility that they are not, in fact, the same person. But yeah, I remember the Sudokus having different variant rules, like having less than and addition rules and things like that. We unlocked those really late, which was a bit of a bummer, because like the structure for that one was a little bit non-linear, and I don't remember exactly how it worked. I was thinking about Microsoft Puzzle Hunt again, because in my sock drawer, I have a copy of the first round of Puzzle Hunt 8, which is still a beautifully designed thing. I really should go and see if there's someone who would be willing to like scan it and put it on the internet, because there's not very many of them, and I don't think that the guys who have it would be very keen to, who have the PDF, be keen to release it. But it's a very cool thing. The theme of Microsoft Puzzle Hunt 8 was Herd 8, so it was Vegas themed. And the first round in its entirety is a Vegas tourism brochure that has like, I want to say 8 puzzles encoded in it, including a meta puzzle. And the meta puzzle solution is very satisfying. It's very satisfying. Of course, it wouldn't work anymore, because the solution was call this eventually telling you to call a number, which is an internal Microsoft number. But it was still really cool. Doing some genuinely approachable Sudoku in the background right now. See, that's the thing, is I rarely like just watch Twitch and watch Twitch. I usually am doing something else, like working, or some other menial task. I'm not terribly surprised any of y'all doing that kind of thing, too. That one seems really hard. Yeah. That's what I would expect. But yeah, mystery hunts and puzzle hunts tend to have weird variant things in them. Sometimes variant cryptic crossword puzzles. The thing about cryptic crossword puzzles is if you're not very good at them, you're very excited whenever you solve a single clue. Okay, there we go. All the disco waffles be bobbing. This ends in a friggin' boom boom fight. This ends in a friggin' boom boom fight. I'm calling it right now. What is with this guy's hitbox? Like, maybe converting this to SA1 made his hitbox weirder? Okay, that was me landing on his foot. I'm fine with that. 14 Minesweeper variants? Huh. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, that's a different one. This looks nice, though. So yourself quite skilled at variant Sudokus at this point. Your solve time for that one is still less than an hour. Shy of 1 hour. Oof. Koopa's Curse is a pretty difficult one. I just think there's a website that's just made for sharing Sudokus. So there's something that I find so very amusing about that. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I just find it amusing. In terms of Minesweeper variants, Tame C. It's fun. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I finally got my puzzle bot working again. That was a dumb way to get hit. That was 2 dumb ways to get hit. One nice thing about streaming... Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, that looks cool. I might have to look into that. Pull that back up. Things I'm very happy about. I can now use my laptop without it causing a lot of superfluous noise for you guys. I always had to use the laptop so very carefully every time, because I wanted y'all to hear... Got hit the pillow. Good luck with the rest. Oh, thanks. Sleep well, big brawler. There we go. What else? I guess I've been playing, what was it, like Dicey Dungeon or something? I got it in one of those, big ol' bundle things. Apparently there's a, whatchamacallit going on, marathon going on. I got that. That's been kind of a fun little time waster type game. Basically, you roll dice, and you have certain equipment that can use that said types of dice, and your goal is to, you know, beat the things and escape the dungeon. Which is clearly some sort of game show designed to keep you trapped forever in purgatory. I don't really care for the art style. Kind of reminds me a little bit too much of... What do they call it? Like New Memphis? The weird flat people thing. In weird colors. I think I like how I spawn those in. Nope, don't stand right there, that's how they get you. But the game's fun. That's how they get you. Ice. Ice is in fact not nice, despite what Knack says. God, I drew a blank on Knack, of all things. When do you think Knack 3 will come out? There will be no Knack 3. Probably. I don't know why I keep mixing those up. That was an issue my sister was having for playing the new Final Fantasy game, was she wanted to move her game over, and so she had to get her PS4 out and transfer stuff over, which took like an hour or something. I think we got bored and wandered off. Maybe that was when we went to the Masonic Temple, actually. No, we went to go get dinner. Went back to my mom's house and had a quiche, which was pretty good, though it didn't fully cook quite right. I think the ratio of things might have been off in it. It was still very tasty. Did some puzzles. Just had gotten a puzzle game for Christmas. It was basically a small puzzle hunt in a box. Had 4 different envelopes, and you had to open them up, and you're like the top-tier dream interpreter. And then you have to interpret the 3 poems in each envelope, and those tie into a picture, along with some other feelies to solve a larger puzzle. And it's really, really well done, though not terribly difficult. We got through the first 2 pretty quick. Probably does help that I've done some puzzles before. Everywhere I think is safe to stand is not, in fact, safe to stand. But yes, also got my puzzle bot working, still happy about that. Lost it in the hard drive crash. But it also needed to be rewritten to move over into Slack, or off of Slack and onto Discord. But Discord's, like, everything is just weirder. Not to mention, I'm still kind of pissed off about this. Every single demo every single bit of, like, boilerplate, like, example code I could find for the specific thing had 2 parameters reversed in the function, and this is a callback function, so it has to be done right. And just constantly backwards. I don't know why. Did they change it at some point? Hate Boom Boom. But I just don't have a good answer to that. But on the bright side, it now allows to... I got it to work. There's buttons, and the buttons persist whenever the bot goes down, which is what I wanted. The only part that I haven't tested, because I've been too lazy to do, is to turn on the printer and see if the print button prints. So I went and did all of the code up for that. Actually, wait, no, I did all of the boilerplate up for it. I don't think I actually did the part where I send it to the printer. But I can always pipe that out to LPR if need be. I think. That's not safe. But there's probably a better way of doing it. I might leave the bot on persistently after a while. Do I feel I can trust it? Especially because I don't want people randomly printing stuff. Which it has happened. My brother was in California and we were doing puzzles one day and he decided, you know to see what happened if you push the print button. And it did in fact print. And I was like, who printed? And like no one admitted it. I'm like, well, it must have been my brother. Oh, come on now. Boom, boom. Wasn't even a hard hit to get on him. Okay, it's 1. I mean, it's 2. Nope. Ah! Come on. You take the sky again? Yeah, of course. Come on, please be dead. Come on, please be dead! That's a lot of boom boom. That was on his head. That was absolutely on his head. Something wrong with that hitbox. Yeah, actual BS. I am with you. Like, the first hit I took, sure, whatever. I landed on his leg. That one, absolutely, I was robbed. And watch, that was going to be the last hit, I'm willing to bet. There we go. Stand over here. This is a safe spot to stand. This is a safe spot to stand. There we go. Well, at least I'm getting this consistent-ish. Okay, not gonna let him... Are you? I'm apparently incapable of hitting him. He's walking slowly at me. He's not even menacing me. Okay, that's 3. Oh. I zigged when I should have zagged. It happens. Loop, loop, loop. Augustus loop. I do think this would not be nearly as difficult if it wasn't for ice physics. Okay. Wrong cycle. panic. It's not hard. I mean, it might be hard. I don't know. It's not required, at least. One of my least favorite things is when you have a section leading up to the boss you have to just do over and over and over. And you keep screwing up. It only feels like more punishment than I deserve. It's not a safe spot. I'm gonna enter that fight with 2 power-ups. I think I would have gotten hit there if I'd had been powered up. Okay. Don't get hit the first thing. Maybe it's just not possible. Maybe that's just how the boss works. Because that looked good to me. Like, I think his hitbox is just translated subtly to the left or something. Maybe, I don't know, it's just weird. I'm gonna try to be left biased. Or he'll jump. Okay. Here, grab the thing, bop around. Bop around. One of my favorite Taskmaster group tasks is the one where they have to figure out what to do 100 times. And it's reflected all around the room to hop. With hops, and hopscotch, and all these other things. And somehow almost everyone, they all spend a lot of time not noticing all of the possibilities. And one team just completely misses. Like, one person sees, oh, it's hop. And the other 2 are like, okay, yes, hop, yes. And then they don't execute. And then she goes and does it and wins the task for their team. Which I thought was quite fun. It was one of those, like, Charlie Day, conspiracy, red yarn kind of things. All sorts of random objects. Focus on my cycles. It's the same way you gotta do assembly. You gotta focus on the cycles. Safe. Answer is hop. That makes sense. Now what do you do with that information? No, she literally tells them, the answer is hop, and they just ignore her. And I think one of them even says, I didn't even realize what the point of that task was until I saw it there. Completely missed it. Otherwise, he was pretty good at tasks, but that one was a uniquely silly thing to do. This is the first time I've gotten here with 2 power-ups. Let's see if I can keep one of them. Yay, I got one! I still have all my power-ups! This is amazing! Sometimes spin jumping is safer. Still have 2 power-ups, though. Actually, I'm in a way better state than I thought I was. Because of how the power-up system is working for me. Alright, well that was one where he just got me. Okay, now he takes off and is very aggressive in his bomb dropping. There we go. Only took 3 hits. I'm gonna put a marker down, which is just in general, like, the hitbox for this Boom Boom, it seems to be incorrect somehow. It's the GG's. How many exits am I up to? 18. I'm only halfway done. Oh. Is that how it's supposed to sound? You know... No. I was actually watching GlitchCat play the, this relatively new Jump Team collab that's done in Yoshi's Island. One nice thing they did away with was Baby Mario. There is no Baby Mario in that game as far as I can tell. Looks interesting. It's been too long. I don't know if those are supposed to sound that way, I guess is really it. Okay, I need a shell. I'm gonna be walking a long way to find a shell, aren't I? Okay, can these proc boxes? Is that more of a Mario? Yeah, it's a Mario Maker thing. SMB. It's reminiscent, but clearly different. SMB. Decent approximation of the instruments. That's kind of the question I have is this doing the wrong thing? Make a marker. If this sounds off, I want to check against the sprite itself or something. But I imagine that's I wanted that shell and I can... this is going poorly. Well, I'll check it when I have to come all the way back for the midway. Hello? It's one thing that's been kind of a disappointment in this game so far is there's been no branching paths or anything. Just 'cause I like branching paths. It's too high-pitched. Yeah, it's kind of painful to listen to. Oh, hello. No, don't. No! Ah, well, this is fine, too. Yeah, I think it's also using the same like sound bit as Mario's jumping. Like same channel or something, so it's behaving even weirder. Alright, there we go. Wow, was that worth it? That was eminently pointless. Thought there might be something, you know, reminiscent of, like, fine. Oh well. Yeah, we've done that. We can go on now. There, no. Get all the coins. Have to go down bottom. You never trust these fellas. You never know when they're gonna jump. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's been a... Oh, good. I can die now. Been a case where I've seen these guys in an SMW hack. I don't think there is. At least not with the noises. Midway. Works fine. I was nowhere near that spear. Hitboxes just seem to be an issue in this hack, and I don't know why. Well, it might have been their next frame, I guess. You can kill them. Should try sooner. Yeah, it's still weird that the dragon coins spawn sometimes. Probably just something I need to mark down. And I already have. It's still there. Muncher Mangrove. Oh, no. Well, actually, no, this isn't... Giant munchers are always fun. The funny thing is mangroves are aquatic trees. I believe they actually do function in saltwater, of all things. They're apparently very cool trees. This is so satisfying to use their weapon against them. Haven't played DKC in any way in a while. I think last time I did a almost complete playthrough of DKC, it might have been when I was trying to play the spider version. Got all the way to, like, the Windy Woods and said, no, this is the part where I give up. Webbed Woods would have been fine. After all, you know, you're already the spider, but the Windy thing was just nuts. From what I remember, it was a long time ago now. What kind of barrel is this? A mandatory one. The mandatorium! Oh. I think I want to go up. Point of advice. The fuzzies in this area can be damaged due to the surrounding brambles. Interesting. Use the boomerang to take them out. Because there's brambles. Ah. Whoops. It's an interesting choice it's giving me, and I don't trust it. Oh, it just loops. Okay. I mean... Yep. If I had the boomerang, I don't think I could have used it there. It's a nose. Eyes. Here, I would probably like to use the boomerang. Didn't see that it ended there. Credit where credit's due, these are at least interesting tracks. Boing. Boing Boing used to be an aggregator of some sort. How many up to? 4. Appreciate the music choices. They have been good music choices. Oh, you... You have to have the boomerang or the ability to get hit. Cheeky. Wait, maybe not. No! I should have stayed a bit further right. I might have been able to make it. I hadn't lost my boomerang doing something stupid earlier. Right side, midway works. It's also good to test my ability to run into things. Stock standard like Sticker Brush. I mean, just Donkey Kong Country 2 had a great soundtrack. Hard to go wrong unless you want to infuriate Jazz. I think he's sick of it. But maybe that was like a couple years ago. Maybe he's not sick of it now. Sometimes you just need to do that. Donk. Donk. There we go. The disappointment. Not being able to use boomerangs to kill these things. In fact, the fact that I don't get to find out that that's the truth at all is mildly irritating, so I'm gonna have to come back and try again. And that midway is not... That midway is mandatory. Somehow that particular set of those guys just always gets me. I can just run to the finish line. Or I can jump into some spikes for no apparent reason. Also a good choice. Nuts. Just need to relax for a second. Maybe it's time for a stretch break. Honestly, I am getting kind of tired. Still on East Coast time to some extent. I was gonna stream yesterday, but then just, man, exhaustion hit me around like midnight. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not. It was earlier than that, but still. I was getting kind of tired. Get past the nose. Not to mention I need to get up at least somewhat reasonably early on Saturday. Going to a thing at a place. But that at a time which is relatively early. That one's on me. Like, I want to go. I'll go fast. Shouldn't go fast. But yeah, it starts like noon. I need to be up early enough to get up and get moving earlier. I keep going on first beat, but then that one I missed it. Where's my head at? Not here. Alright, clearly I need to stand up and take a short break, because my head is not in this. I'll be right back. Huh. Just realized that one tile... Oh, because it's sloped. That's why. Makes more sense now. Alright. We're back. To dying in stupid ways. That's the end of that sentence. Let's say my head's clear, and I'm ready, and nope. Again. Anyway. I've somehow gotten worse for having taken a break. It wasn't even a long break. Just got up, walked down the hall, used the restroom. Good chill little stretch break. But nope. I think my frustration level's a little bit high because that boom boom fight took so long. So I'm trying to make up time, and I'm not going to because I'm being sloppy. Need to think of something else to talk about than failing here. What else could I be talking about? Well, that worked. Any power-up I could pick up around here? I mean, it wouldn't matter. I'm throwing myself into a wall. Oddly precise for that part. Off by a beat. Interesting. Okay, we've learned that going fast doesn't work. That's what I can say about this. What else has been interesting lately? Hmm. Well, I finished my other book, reading Double Star. Finally got the name right. Which is about a guy, an actor who is paid to play a politician on Mars who has been kidnapped. Kind of ended in a predictable manner, but it was a fun trek on the way. There we go. I was trying to decide what I should listen to next, and couldn't really figure it out before I got on the plane, so I just grabbed Going Postal, which is just always a good read. Definitely one that was on the forefront of my mind due to visiting the Masonic Temple, because there's a bit in the middle where he gets, you know, inducted into the Honorary Society of Mailmen, or whatever it was. They mentioned during the spiel that apparently the way it works with the Masons is quite similar, which is probably why Terry Pratchett wrote it that way, but basically you're required to star in a play with other people when you're moving to up layers in Masonry or whatever, where you're the main character, but you also don't know any of the lines, and so there's someone who knows the lines, who whispers them to you and tells you what, you know, gives you your stage instructions. And in the book, Moist, our protagonist, who is no mailman, he's a con artist, is given instructions by Junior Postmaster Grote, who quickly becomes Senior Postmaster Grote as they're going through this. Mailman with an I, as in I am going to deliver these letters, not mailman as in I'm going to go down to the YMCA. I guess I'd be Macho Man. Same principle, though. But yes. Yeah, Pratchett. It is Mailman. Going Postal. And so he has to put on a blindfold, because the unfranked man has to be blind for this. And then he has to, what else do you have to do? He gets led on a series through a small obstacle course of things he ends up stumbling over. Like a discarded glass bottle. A carelessly discarded roller skate, that sort of thing. And then the final challenge, well, the penultimate challenge, is to deliver a letter. Which has to be done through a mail slot that is made of razors. Which our protagonist luckily avoids because he noticed that one of the random dudes had a bit of fingers missing on one of his hands. So apparently he was not paying as much attention. The character's wife who you're talking about is 10 out of 10. Oh, what's her name? The woman with the incredibly unfunny name. Better have two. Oh, I have forgotten her name, but yes. It's about people who are married in Discworld. And beyond Vimes and Moist, I can't name too many. Probably because an awful lot of the academics aren't married. Mort definitely is not married. Or no, wait, Mort was, but Death isn't. Was Mort married? Nuts! No! Alright, I'm gonna put that down as come back and double check. Because I don't want to do that level anymore. I simply cannot do another lap of that. Okay, that's a rope. Looks like an exploratory level. With bees. Alright. Definitely get the feeling that suddenly we have a, that worked. Very high amount of DKC inspiration in these areas. I'm surprised the other blocks, the yellow blocks, aren't honey too. Anyway, I just got into that part of the book, listening again. Still a very good one. Just a shame that making money wasn't very good. Didn't even try reading Raising Steam, unfortunately, given that Moist is my favorite character. Can I spin jump these guys? The answer is no. Hey, I gotta figure what I'm gonna do after that. Was going through the guards thread, but at some point Audible didn't have the next guards book, and so I was like, nuts to that. I think in part because they were gonna do a bunch of re-recordings or something. But alas. Have to start over at the beginning. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. The guards are a good thread. Not believe I'm doing that. Definitely better than the Academics and Rincewind. Rincewind is the worst thread. There's a bunch of like small offshoots that have very minimal effect in the grand scheme of Discworld. Like Pyramids and Small Gods that are really good too. But in terms of the main threads, the guards are top tier. And I imagine had our unfortunately benighted author, well, our benighted author, that sentence has, I'm not salvaging that sentence, never mind, let's start over at the beginning. If Terry Pratchett hadn't done Getting That Alzheimer's, I imagine that the Moist thread would be one of my favorites too, but as it stands, I just have one favorite book. Wonder if I can use boomerangs on bees. No is the answer. Finally got around to finding a source to see James Acaster's episode of the British Baking Show. And you know what? It lived up to all my expectations. He is clearly out of his mind. And absolutely terrible at everything in that show. It's fantastic. Oh, an auto-scroller. Wherein Pat remembers a key mechanic of this game is using shells to acquire dragon coins, because man, I was about to do the wrong thing. No! Mistakes were made. Don't you love it when you spawn the object in the wall, and you're like, oh, I think I can get it, and no, you cannot. I guess Death is also a pretty decent Discworld thread. I haven't read any of those in a while. Does it start with Mort? Kind of amazing how many dang books he wrote in one specific place. I'm not having any luck with hitboxes today. An interesting Mac game? It really is. I mean, you know, the original Macs also used the 6502, so, you know, porting their stuff to be on the 65816 just kind of made sense. How you doing, Max? No, this is my Super Nintendo. We are back home. And apparently I just can't jump. I'm rambling about Discworld because I've run out of stuff to talk about in these levels. That and Heinlein novels. Listened to too many of those recently. Go. But yeah. I talk about my work stuff, but honestly, it's not that exciting. I need to finish up doing an investigation on why some files don't have other are missing a row. We have a ridiculous number of files that this is the case for, and it is disconcerting. It's like 2,000 files, and there's a property that they should have that they don't have in the database. If I remembered that, I wouldn't have backtracked. Another simpler one, we built a small spreadsheet to keep track of things. It's automatically updated, and I discovered that I had pulled a field out of there in the wrong way. So it's just a big old dictionary. The documentation I had said that the field would be capitalized, and it was wrong. It was not capitalized. This is not surprising to me, because the people who make the documentation are the second worst company on the planet. Well, second worst company I have to deal with frequently on the planet, at least. Who isn't Comcast. I guess Comcast I have to deal with frequently. Yeah. It's kind of hard to rate these now I think about it. Either way, their documentation is not good, and I still believe that their back end requires, or at least still uses, various mainframe-ish ideas about how to store data. There we go. Anyway, nice to be home. Spent yesterday doing a bunch of stuff I needed to do, like going and picking up all of my boxes, of which there were many. At least one bit where I was confused. Definitely Midway's been tested. There was one bit where I was confused about the boxes, because there was a game I had ordered from Limited Run, and I realized that I don't have it. And I thought I ordered it, but now I can't find any evidence that I have ordered it. When's Quack Jam? Later this week. Probably, I don't know, soon. I'm behind on so many things. Like, I do really want to start on Quack Jam, but I have some other constraints that are an issue. I decided just to do this because I wanted to get back into Mario World before I started doing a bunch of judging. It's one of those, like, I haven't played this in a month. Probably for the best that I take a few minutes and just refamiliarize myself with stuff. I need to pick, like, the right ones to start with. Like, for instance, I can tell you right now, the one that Daiso and Company made, not going to be the first stream. The two-player one, not going to be the first stream of that. I don't know, I'll have to pick one. Two-player one, I'd like to see if I can get Squiggles to come in and be an actual second player, but we'll see. I'll talk to him about it on Friday. Because it would be fun to have both players at the same time, in the same place, and you guys could see the both screens. Which I think is probably not how any of the other judges will have done it. Whereas, I think I can set up my living room such that Squiggles can be on the mic and I won't be able to see his screen. It'll be really a little bit awkward, but it will be reasonable. But again, it requires Squiggles' cooperation if he wants to actually do it. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'll have to figure out something else. Because I'm not doing the two players, or I am not going to play both players at once. That is not happening. Doesn't sound fun. Doesn't sound in the spirit of it. Okay. Okay, I got all the dragon coins. Huzzah. Now I can bail. Yeah, I just look at the field and figure out what we're gonna do. The other issue is I'm just out of YouTube stuff. I guess I have those two I can do this weekend, and this if I put it up. Quack Jam's definitely on the list for that too, but we'll see. I'm just gonna take my mushroom. I had enough trouble with the last couple levels that I kind of want to cheat a little bit. Not that I'm able to keep it that long, but you know. Alright, don't duck jump there. I've run through a lot of lives in those last couple levels. Huh. Oh right, they don't work on fortress critters. I know that from mice. Bit of an odd rule, though, when you think about it. It doesn't work on Fortress Critters. Actually, the jump from here is going to be easier. Thought I saw Firebar hiding underneath there, and that would have sucked. I am not for it today. Nope. Okay. So far, no Dragon Coins, no Midway. There's our Midway. Do need to dive, and I'm hoping I can find a pit. Pit! Interesting new Super Mario Bros. 8 Castle remix? Oh, I didn't even notice. It just sounds vaguely Mario 3 for my ears. Huh. Alright, well, that proved to be irritating and effective. Wait, what? How was you supposed to... You take damage? I don't see how you would have done that without taking damage. Also, I finally found a Dragon Coin. Seemed to be a fast slammer. Level design in the first half. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it definitely has been some inspiration from other Mario games. I mean, it's a ROM hack, I guess that goes without saying. There was one that was definitely reminiscent of Mario 3. One of the Ice Castle, I think. Which was an ice castle with Mario 3 style graphics and some thwomps that moved in interesting ways. One of those I really should remember more about New Soup. That still bugs me. Irritating little obstacle. Yeah, okay, this is a problem. The sync was not matching up for me. Let that sink in. Don't leave it out in the cold. What did it do to deserve that? I'm kind of wondering if there are, in fact, enough Dragon Coins in the latter half here. Go, grab all the things. You know, I'm really glad that was there. This Charlie is getting murdered over here. I don't want to deal with him. Ah. I find this a common problem with these sorts of hacks, is I end up getting slowed down a lot by losing my power-ups. Not that it would help a lot in this case, but still. If I could hold on to this one for a little bit longer, I'd be in way better shape. Not really sure what to do here first, so let's... Actually, that's just what you do. Oh, right, but I need to... want to get the Dragon Coin, which I do. I have to lose the power-up. A little cruel, isn't it? But I don't see any other way to do it. Okay, and then when it's at the left side... I was paying attention. No! Ugh. Half-screen fire bars certainly are something. Okay. In. Oh, no, wait. I keep forgetting what you're doing. Totally worthwhile to keep forgetting what you're doing. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. Off we go. Yeah, I'll take a look at the Quack Jam list. Figure that out. It's a problem being committed to a bit. Go. Works so very well. That set of timing. Now just watch at the end of this be another one of those boom booms that has an irritating hitbox. Okay. Spawn them in. Laugh. Okay. Those are all safe spots. Up to 3. Love how sinking into lava does count as death. No! Gotta be more careful. Yeah, I think there's no way of doing this without taking damage. One, two. No, it's early, but I think I might be running out of steam. That Boom Boom Castle thing definitely took the wind out of my sails to some extent. Come on, do it again. It never gets old. We've done that. Okay, summon. You know, I haven't tried this yet. Been surprisingly anti-scrolling so far. Has there been any cases where we could have crashed due to scrolling? I don't think there's been any auto-scrollers. You live? Excellent! So if there's a dragon coin at the beginning... Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna put a marker down to check for dragon coins. I'm gonna do that now. Marker to check for dragon coins. There's 4 in this latter section. I don't remember there being one in the first section. Right, I'm big now. It's kind of amazing, actually. This entire section has 1 power-up. It's at the beginning, but there's only 1. Alright. Then fall off. It definitely ramped up. I think we're definitely beyond standard normal territory now. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Get rid of you. That little bit right there is not easy. Okay, any possible power-ups? Nope. Oh, hello. There's more. What am I fighting? Robotnik. Oh, this boss. Has this boss been fixed? I thought it was going forward first. It does go that low. I learned something important here. It does go that low. I vaguely recall this boss had an issue in... Well, a few times it's had issues. Sonic must have finally fixed that thing. Because previously on SA1 it had issues with graphics doing weird stuff. But only if he was facing a specific direction. It's been a long time. I messaged him about it and I never got a response. So, presumably he took care of it. I think I messaged Donut about it. Whenever there's ASM things, I message Donut about them, because Donut usually can do something about them. Okay. I got greedy. Hey, turn around, turn around. Okay. Bring in Charlie. You will not be interfering with my plans, Charles. Okay. Donut helped you with the thing you sent me. Helped you figure out at least. Oh, nice. Donut is good peoples. Okay, this time shall be different. Go back first. Takes a lot of hits. I wasn't prepared. Can you spin jump on that? Maybe you can spin jump on that. I feel like I've got to like burn all of those bricks. Have a shot at killing him. It's kind of another thing about difficulty in these in standard hacks is like you can assume people will bring in items, so you kind of have to design with that in mind. Because almost nobody just lives off the land in these things. Everyone brings in items when they feel like it. Where in Kaizo, you know, you're guaranteed. You know exactly what people have brought into the level. Typically. Either via power-up gates or using counter break directly. I still don't know why it's called counter break. Maybe because initially it was just used for the coin counter? To break the coin counter? Maybe. I mean, it is very possible, it's just, that's a cool name, so we're just gonna use it. The rest was history. Hey, got another power. Counter's breaking your level? Maybe. My understanding was made for jump. The first version of counter break, at least. Back. That was done. I think it has a bigger hitbox than you might think. Well, actually no, it's got exactly as big of a hitbox as you might think. It's humongous. Up. Okay, well, I must have been really close last time. Ah. Okay. Tranquil Thicket's 4. So they bought Rexes. Gotta love it when you can't even see him. I love jumping on those green Rexes. It's so satisfying. I do love this Rex pack. It's actually a pretty satisfying set of... Hey, Yoshi! Oh! You know, I really wasn't expecting Yoshi to be appearing in this film. Ah, Yoshi eating blocks. That's cute. You know, those blocks really remind me of gateway computers. Especially the ones that that are textured similarly in Sunshine. Look very much like the cow cube. That was Gateway's mascot? Definitely not the right word, but like logo? Logo? Branding. Reminds you of that RLA level. This is solid. That is Rexed. I wonder if I played that level. Or if I did, it's been so long. The cow cube. All hail the cow cube. Or the Hypno Slug. It has been so long. You can't eat... Oh, you can eat the power-up. Cool, I'm now riding Yoshi with a power-up. Drinking a soda inside of a soda. I don't know why it's so satisfying. Oh no! I know what it wants of me! How many do I have? 4. Okay, well that's perfectly fine then. No! Been rubbish at Dragon Coins in this area. Absolute rubbish. Well, back you had one of those sodas or John Glass Ball. Oh yeah, the Ramune ones. It's a fun gimmick. I don't think I've had one of those in recent time, and I don't think I have. It's been a long time. Like an awful lot of things, you no longer have to go to the Japanese store to get those sorts of things. You can probably find them at, like, Target nowadays. Takes out some of the fun, but honestly, it's probably for the best. Like, I can get Pocky at 7-Eleven these days. I cannot do that. Walmart, yep. Anywhere, really, that sells a lot of stuff. I can't believe my Yoshi jumping has been so rubbish. Like, Yoshi is getting the upper hand here. He's getting the last laugh. Okay, this Rex is getting the last laugh. Dang that dude. Hyper speed. Oh, he boinged it. No. Yoshi. Not only am I close to the exit... Actually, I'm close to the exit. We're just going to do this. It's a short level. And I jump off the Yoshi. Why did I jump off the Yoshi? Is that mandatory? Huh. Those remind me, I do want to go to the Japanese store at some point in the vaguely near future. I think I could buy a Kotatsu there, and I kind of want a Kotatsu. Like, if I'm going to have like, I probably should have a table that isn't a folding table. It sounds like a nice thing to have. But we are already getting out of the warm season, or out of the cold season. Patch that makes you jump off Yoshi during the end march. I mean, it makes sense. But the weird thing about this is that all of the castles have the Yoshi animation, no Yoshi animation, play out. And if you can't ever have Yoshi in them, because you can't move Yoshi to the world map, then there's 0 point in it. Aside from establishing that it's a castle, which is nice and all, I guess. Jump. That Rex. That was a... You know what? I'll give credit. That obstacle was actually kind of cool. Up and down and all around. Didn't get to do my usual February play some weird Sonic game thing that I usually do sometime in February. More visual fun since they were changed up. Yeah, I guess. It just seems kind of odd. Like, I'm not gonna say it, you shouldn't do it, period. I was gonna say it would just weird me out because I kept expecting there to be access to Yoshi this way. Oh. Weird Sonic game. How you doing, Desi? Thank you for the 33 months. How's, oh, whatchamacallit? That other Secret of Mana game treating you? I can't believe this. I cannot make that jump to save my life today. It's going good. I'm back home with my Super Nintendo. I'm sitting on my couch, which is nice. You know, it's been a while since I've been here. Definitely a hot minute. Doing extremely well. Nice. Once again, wish you congratulations on getting your prefix back. A long and arduous journey that finally is at an end. Oh, I still picked up the boomerang at the end. That's interesting. Not important, but interesting. But yeah, I just got back Monday. Late Monday. I got in at like 10 p.m. Went to bed. Tuesday I spent getting a bunch of stuff in order. Figuring out, like, reading through mail and putting away boxes and putting away all my crap. You know, there's always a bunch of crap out there when you travel. Today's the first day I've been, like, back to normal-ish. Oh, you're welcome, Desi. I went and took a walk today. It was nice. Kind of contemplating what I want to do with the rest of the week and figuring out those sorts of things now. Gonna hang out with Snyder a bit tomorrow and then D&D on Friday. Back to normality. If things go the way you want to. Be traveling a lot this summer. Oh, nice. Hope to go that way. Travel can be a lot of fun. Things finally feel like they're starting to turn around. First time in the general way. Oh, nice. Also nice. This is all excellent news. Okay, one, that's kind of cool that I've just unlined that, but two, no, I've lost my Yoshi. There's no way for me to get that without Yoshi. Just within the US. To see a bunch of friends. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a classic. There's a lot of the US. A lot of it's interesting to see. Big cities, fantastic nature. Like, whenever I hear people complain, like, oh, Americans never travel outside their own country. Yeah, because it's a pretty big country. A lot of stuff in it. A lot of interesting things in it. First time you left the general area in like 10 years. That's not the emote you wanted, but it's what you got. I know the feeling. Every once in a while my sub runs out to Juzz and I'm like, oh, I can't use hi. I can't use Juzz hi right now. I guess I got hey guys. It'll work. Something other than damn desert. Yeah. That's fair. The area of the country has a lot of aridness. It's an arid area. No. Well, this is fine. I don't need that. I don't need that. Just need to hold on to this Yoshi. Right, that Yoshi's still running back and forth forever. Yeah. Yeah, my sister was telling... One of my sisters, the older one, was telling me... We were talking over her travel plans for the next while. She realized that she is going to be traveling a lot this summer, or the next few months, too. Doesn't surprise me. She likes traveling. She's presently in Spain with her, not quite 2-year-old. Still in months. I'm not sure how many months. No, wait, he's... Is he 2 now? Maybe he's 2 now. I don't know. He was born... September? So yeah, something like 18 months-ish. Long story short, brother-in-law, her husband, went on a business trip over there, and so they were kind of piggybacking off it. But then she's going to go see the eclipse, and visit my dad, and all these other things. So lots of travel in her future. There we go. Though going and see my dad is not exactly a long trek for her. From the DC area to where my dad lives, about a 2-hour flight at most. It's a short trek. In terms of, like, travel, it's not that bad. For her. For me, it's an all-day experience. There are no direct flights to Alabama from Seattle. Surprising no one, really. This is fine. I left a backup Yoshi. I think allegedly at one point in time there might have been one, but I think it might have been a private charter that Boeing had. Would have been cool to fly, but also would have taken me to Huntsville instead of Birmingham, which would have been a bit of a drag, but not a huge drag. Huntsville's pretty cool. I cannot, for the life of me, dismount Yoshi. Either I hit my head on the pipe, alright, one more try and then I'm moving on. I've spent too much time in levels doing silly things. Either my sense of timing is just incredibly off, or that's a really difficult trick. Somehow. Which I don't think it is. It's kind of close to the bottom of the screen, but it's not that bad. What else was I thinking about? Yeah, now that I'm back in Seattle, I probably should also finish up my integration work with Final Fantasy 1. I want to send a stress test to Fiskbit to see if his EverDrive exhibits the same USB characteristics mine does. It could also just be a map. Oh, I do need the Yoshi for that. I was about to start select and realized, no, you don't start select in this game. Yeah, FF1. I went and wrote the integration, and the problem I had with it initially was that I was really worried about losing progress. Because for Zelda 2, there was definitely some corruption happening. I think I got lucky, and it never affected anything important. But there was definitely some wild rights going on. And I never got to the bottom of it. I asked Dita the Fourth, because she might know something about it. Because she's done EverDrive USB stuff. Couldn't get to the bottom. She had never seen this, and her entire apparatus for Punch-Out was also similar in design to mine for Zelda 2, which was creating kind of a command and control thing where you just write bytes to the right. You tell it where you're going to write bytes and give it a prefix length. Like, it's a very simple design. It's an elegant way of doing this, but it doesn't work if your writes go to the wrong places, which is something I was having trouble with. In part because I think it was dropping bytes in the serial thing, but I can't prove it. And I had this exact same thing happen with the other side of the software, use the C# version that Chris was using for his USB stuff. So that didn't help. So my initial thought was I'd like to test this again using different Zelda 2 stuff. And that just turned out to be a bad idea, because looking at the Zelda 2 code, I legitimately do not understand how any of it works anymore. This is not a problem of assembly. The problem is really I had to sneak in bytes where I could find them, and so everything is divided amongst all sorts of weird places. The SRAM has to be initialized properly for it to work at all. I apparently lost the code to do that. So, like, the whole thing is just a nightmare. Which is okay, because I don't think I'll ever have to play Zelda 2 again, but still. Okay. So, with Final Fantasy 1, though, this design is simpler, because I don't need to do writes to other places. I just need to write to 4 places. It's going to be a simple integration. Nothing too fancy. And because of that, what that means is I can simplify the design to be a simpler dispatch. So I want to see if that also has issues. So I need to sit down and run a stress test on that, but then I thought about it, I was like, well, how is that going to work? And the answer is, it will be simple. So, anyway, it's a simpler design. It should work out better is what I'm really saying. Please don't. No! I can't believe I keep having trouble at the last second. See about that. There's no, like, second quest, is there? I still have to finish all the other things first before I'm opening that request queue. Look at that! I did the thing! Should not have taken me however long it's taken to do that. Finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth before you jump into other games. Yeah, it's a problem I found with, like, streaming stuff, is I always want to finish games before I move on to other things. I think pretty much every game I've played on here on stream I have finished. There's only a few exceptions where, like, I'm joking around with stuff, like Superman 64. Put Illusion of Gaia, yep. Was a bit sad when you subbed out Illusion of Gaia for Everhood. Got it right this time. But honestly, it was a nice change of pace. You can't destroy those from there. Good to know. Careful. You'll be dead. Oop. Oop. Was it Equinox? Oh, it might have been Equinox for Gaia. You're right. Equinox was also interesting. Does tell us why we don't do that kind of thing on the Super Nintendo, though. I don't think I've said, ouch, my perspective that many times in a row. This has not gone according to plan. Well... How many exits have I got now? Need 10 more. I'm thinking about this. I think it might be for the best if I just do it tomorrow. I'm going to finish this level and then I'll go to the other stuff, because, like, I'm tired. Why did that go forward? Plus, it simplifies figuring out what to do tomorrow. Also, I think the dragon coins might not be spawning in this level. There was a spot that really looked like a dragon coin hiding spot, and it didn't have one, and so I think I need to reset for that anyway. Okay. And I need to go through the notes and redo some things. What's up, Blue Ribbon? How you doing? Oh. I am home and happy to be there. Wait, the whole point of clearing that out was to test the stupid pipe. Pipe was tested. Stay in the lane. There we go. Yeah, I never put a marker down for this level because it does not have dragon coins. I'll have to go and look at the VOD to figure out which ones didn't have dragon coins either. There's something weird about how dragon coins are done in this, and I can't explain why, but sometimes they just don't show up. Sack has some weird issues. The weirdest one being I can't use Start+Select. Not because, you know, the game has decided not to. Well, the game has decided not to. I just don't want to use it because it crashes the game. It's a bit odd, really. Why would Start+Select of all things crash? Like, we still haven't figured out that mystery. Yep, it's nice to be home. As we frequently say in my family, own bed, with our own bed. One of those things would do to annoy my younger brother. Would claim that we were going to sleep in his bed. He's like, no, you have to use own bed. Some, 20-odd years ago. Okay, that pipe is so suspicious. So is over here. That pipe is so suspicious. Yeah, this is very clearly... This is where my dragon coins would be if I... No, it's not. I may have chosen poorly and ended up going forward in the level instead of toward... Dragon coins? I don't know. Yeah, okay, there was probably dragon coins in that level, but there definitely aren't now. Alright, and that's the part I didn't play, which is fine. Wait a second, I need a sandbag anyway. I haven't tested the midway. There's about 1,000 different reasons it could crash the game, but we're talking about stuff coded in ASM after all. It's very possible it wasn't tested. It's possible. Absolutely possible. Absolutely tasty. There's a bit from Gaki no Tsukai, Absolutely Tasty, where 5 Japanese comedians come up with a twist upon some sort of food that they want to eat. Like pasta, and they try out weird pastas. And some of the ideas are legitimately terrible. Like the one where they put toothpaste and mouthwash in pasta to have a light, refreshing taste. Which I think was so bad it got 2 skeletons. Because usually it's ranked out of 10, except when it's skulls and full skeletons. Because it's simply vile. Or marinating your pasta in a watermelon. Not watermelon, a watermelon. All sorts of nutty things. Entertaining, though. Go. Okay. This would be another nice place for a secret if there was one. Alright, and out. Oh, it is pretty good. There's a lot of good bits from Gaki no Tsukai, like the, 24-hour tag, and other things. Alright, so there are another 10 exits. There's like another 8 exits. I'm really tired. I think what we're gonna do is tackle this more tomorrow. I might see if I can get... See, I'll tell Ultima Kiwi about the 2 big problems, but yeah, that needs to happen. That needs to get fixed first. So that's the big issue. I can forgive an awful lot of weirdness, like the Dragon Coin thing. I can probably let it slide, maybe, because it's a demo. Crashing on Start+Select, I can't. So, all right. fact, let's see if it's still doing it, or maybe it was just like a weird thing for that section. You know, I thought it was going to work. I thought it was going to work. I was wrong.